The secret to a fulfilling life, applying the lover archetype in modern society. Carl Jung explains, in a world where we're constantly being told to hustle, grind, and achieve, there's one part of us that often gets neglected, our ability to connect, feel, and love. What if the key to truly thriving in life lies not in being the hardest worker in the room, but in embracing the power of connection, creativity, and passion? Today, we're diving deep into one of Carl Jung's most powerful and transformative concepts, the lover archetype, and exploring how we can apply it in modern society. Whether in our relationships, work, or personal growth, the lover holds the key to a life filled with joy, depth, and authenticity. So how can we embody the lover archetype in today's fast-paced world? Let's find out. First, let's break down what the lover archetype really is. For those of you who aren't familiar with Carl Jung's archetypes, think of them as universal, timeless patterns of behavior that are embedded deep in our psyche. The lover archetype is all about connection. It's about feeling deeply, not just in our romantic relationships, but with life itself. It's about passion, empathy, and the ability to engage with the world in an authentic, heart-centered way. The lover sees beauty in everything, whether that's in the laughter of a child, the simple pleasure of a meal, or the depth of human connection. The lover invites us to embrace our emotions, our creativity, and our unique capacity for love. But here's the thing. In a world obsessed with productivity and efficiency, the lover archetype often takes a back seat. We push ourselves to be perfect, to be logical, to be busy, but we forget to stop and savor the beauty of life itself. The lover challenges us to take a step back, to remember that life is more than just the grind. It's about creating experiences that bring us joy and meaning. Now let's talk about how we can apply the lover archetype in today's society. You see, in modern times, we're bombarded with messages that tell us to prioritize work, to stay busy, to be the best. We're encouraged to focus on productivity, and we're often made to feel guilty for wanting to take a break and just be. But here's the truth. The lover archetype has never been more relevant than it is now. Let's talk about relationships, for example. In an era of constant digital connection, we're more connected than ever before. But how many of us can honestly say that we're truly present with the people we care about? Are we able to connect with our partners, friends, or family members on a deep emotional level? Or are we too distracted by our screens, work, or the next big goal? The lover invites us to show up with authenticity in our relationships. It's about listening deeply, being vulnerable, and sharing our emotions without fear of judgment. In a world that values perfection, the lover archetype reminds us that it's okay to be imperfect, to show our scars, and to connect with others on a human level. But the lover isn't just about romantic relationships. It's also about connecting with ourselves. How many of us take the time to nurture and care for our own hearts? We get so caught up in trying to achieve, to perform, to get ahead, that we forget to ask ourselves, what makes me feel alive? The lover asks us to nurture our passions, to seek out activities that fill us with joy and creativity, whether that's painting, dancing, writing, or simply sitting in nature. It's about reconnecting with the childlike wonder and curiosity that lives within us, the part of us that can appreciate the beauty of life in its purest form. Now let's talk about how the lover archetype can influence your work, career, and passion projects. In a world where we're often expected to work long hours, chase promotions, and sacrifice our time, it's easy to lose sight of what actually lights us up. But when you embody the lover, work isn't just about getting things done or checking off a to-do list. It's about infusing your passion, your creativity, and your heart into what you do. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a teacher, the lover archetype can transform how you approach your work. Have you ever been so engrossed in a project that time seemed to slip away? That's the lover in action. It's about being fully immersed in what you're doing, not for external validation or rewards, but because you love the process. When we bring the lover into our careers, we're not just doing a job. We're engaging in work that speaks to our soul, work that feels fulfilling, and work that makes us feel alive. Whether it's collaborating with others, creating something new, or simply bringing passion to the daily grind, The lover shows us that work can be a form of creative expression. In fact, when we bring this level of passion and care to our careers, it can make us stand out in ways that go beyond skills or experience. People are drawn to energy, to authenticity, and to those who approach their work with love and enthusiasm. Let's address something that often holds us back from fully embodying the lover archetype: fear and self-doubt. When you start showing up more authentically in your relationships, your career, and even with yourself, it can be incredibly vulnerable. What if people don't like the real you? What if your passions fail? What if your creativity isn't good enough? The lover teaches us that fear is a natural part of the process, but it also reminds us that we cannot let fear control us. We must embrace vulnerability, because it's only through vulnerability that we can truly connect with others and experience life to its fullest. The lover archetype gives us permission to feel, to dream, and to act on those dreams even when we're scared. It reminds us that our imperfections, our flaws, and our failures are all part of the human experience. And rather than hide them, we can embrace them with love and compassion. All right, let's get practical. How can you apply the lover archetype in your daily life? I will give you 5 practical ways. Be present. Start by being more present in your interactions. When you're with someone, give them your full attention. Put down your phone. Listen with intention. You'll be amazed at how this simple act can transform your relationships. Nurture your passions. Make time for what makes you feel alive. Whether it's painting, playing music, reading, or just enjoying nature, find something that fills you with joy and make time for it regularly. Connect with yourself. Take time to reflect on what truly brings you peace and joy. Practice self-love and acceptance. Treat yourself with the same compassion that you would treat a loved one. Embrace vulnerability. In your relationships, don't be afraid to show your true self. Let go of the fear of being judged. Speak your truth and share your feelings with others. Real connection comes from being open and vulnerable. Find beauty everywhere. The lover sees beauty in the smallest things. Start noticing the little moments that bring you joy: the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of laughter, the smell of your morning coffee. When we learn to appreciate life's simple pleasures, we live more fully. As we've seen today, the lover archetype isn't just about romantic love. It's about connecting with life itself, with passion, creativity, and authenticity. In a world that often values productivity over connection, the lover invites us to slow down, to savor the moment, and to engage with the world from the heart. So ask yourself, how can you bring more love into your life today? How can you embody the lover in everything you do? Embrace it, live it, and watch as your life becomes more fulfilling, more connected, and more meaningful. If you're ready to explore this archetype further, engage in practices that nurture your connection with yourself and others, or want guidance on how to integrate them into your life, subscribe to our channel for more insightful content. Also, leave us your questions and comment below. Check out our other videos. We go deeper in revealing these universal truths. Thank you.